Welcome back to the R.D.C. show. Richard?
Derek?
Chris?
I guess we're going to take a different little turn today. Real quick, though, before we go there, I will say that I was disappointed in the Trayvon Martin hearing and case. And I guess him and Casey Anthony are a perfect couple. They can kill kids and get away with it. Only in the state of Florida. You guys got anything you want to say on that real quick?
I have no more to say on it.
All I have to say on it, and I've heard the arguments on both sides, both before and after the verdict, and I just, for the people who think that George Zimmerman was not guilty and had every right for self-defense, I got a couple questions for you. And I know this nation is supposed to be a Christian nation, so I'm going to kind of tilt it that way. First of all, do you feel that Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman were equal in the eyes of the law and the eyes of America? Or were they truly equal? Did they have the same rights? Did they have...
I don't know. He was Hispanic, so...
Well, you know, in the eyes of God, who had more rights? Isn't there a commandment that says
all his children the same? So he was
right, so they would be equals in the eyes of God. Isn't there a commandment that says thou shalt not kill? You know, for all you Christian people out there, if you know, for any, I don't want to say just Christian people, I take that back, I'm sorry, but for any conservative person who wants to say that George Zimmerman had the right to self-defense, I would say that Trayvon Martin also had the right of self-defense. George Zimmerman was the aggressor from the start, and I'm hugely disappointed that he got away with murder, because that's what I feel. And, one point I wanted to make is if you really do feel that they were equals, then you would have no other conclusion to make that he was tracked down and murdered, because that's the truth of the case. That's all I got to say in that. I just find that there's a lot of... You always see these parts where... Remember the conversation we had with Mom when we were younger, when those KKK guys were walking through the neighborhood, and, they were talking... Remember you brought it up about they were talking about the Bible, and we asked Mom, how can they talk about the Bible? Is it true that stuff's in there? And she said, they just pick out what they want to hear and ignore everything else. Remember that?
Oh yeah, you can.
And that happens so much nowadays. I mean, it's like everything you see. I struggle to understand what religion is, and I don't think I've heard it described in the way that makes sense. I have an idea about it.
Yeah. I just find it's funny that people can kill people and walk the streets, but if you get caught smoking a doobie, you're a devil and you're locked up for going to jail. Smoking a dry flower, evil. Killing people, especially kids, okay. I mean, how did Casey Anthony get away with it? Come on. It had to be, you had to know. That's why I told you a couple weeks ago there was no way he was getting convicted. Because if she got away with what she did, there's no way George Zimmerman was going to jail. And I guess that's really bad. The American race is pretty bad.
We're doing it to get us all mad and angry at each other.
Well, what do you think about religion?
I think it's a made-up fairy tale that people tell people so they feel good. Plain and simple. Mankind was desperate, hungry, dying, needed some reason to thrive and to move on. And that's all religion is. I'm sorry, people, it might make you mad, but that's all religion is. It's a fairy tale. It's a myth. If you're going to tell me Jesus is real, and the snake talking, and the parting of the sea, and walking on water, then so is a vampire, so is a werewolf, so is E.T. I mean, there's lots of things that you can take and try to believe in it, but until you can show me real stuff, until God comes down, or I see some miracle. People call miracles, humans saving humans. No, it's called evolution. The mind works. Every species on this planet evolves to protect and live as long as it can. It is the whole existence and thrivingness of life to keep going and to keep your society, whether you're an ant or whether you're humans or you're apes. Your idea is to breed, keep your civilization going, and live as long as you can. There's no God. I mean, why would God choose, if everything on this planet is his creature and his creation, why would he choose mankind over some of the other things when mankind is the most evil, vile, despicable, disgusting thing on the planet? We attack each other, kill each other, rape each other, molest children, hurt people, steal, all because someone's black, someone's white, someone's brown, someone's pink. They believe in God. He believes in Buddha. He believes in the what the hell's the crazy guys overseas? What's their book? The Quran, Allah. You know, humans need God because they don't want to come to the realization that we're really slimy, fucked up creatures. Imagine the world without war and without separation and without religion. Imagine a world where the human species, instead of fighting each other, which 90% of our battles in life are over religion, but a society that thrives together. Imagine what mankind could accomplish if we took all the money we spend on wars and used it to take care of all the humans on the planet and evolve and make the world a better place.
Definitely evolve
Just
faster,
imagine.
probably.
If that happened, I might say God is real because that's what God is supposed to provide to us. But instead, God provides blood, rape, murder, death. I guess that's my answer about religion and God.
My point of view on it is I think that most of the...
If God was there, why did he let Trayvon get killed if he was an innocent kid?
Well, you know...
Why is there children in cancer wards dying every day? And why do assholes get money and evil people, you know, get money and have such good lifestyles?
Yeah.
Is it the devil ruling the world? Well, if the devil's ruling the world, like some people say, and that's why bad people succeed in the world, then I guess we should pray to him because, you know, what is the afterlife that's full of glory supposed to be when you got to live through the pain and suffering that we go through every day? When if people came together and watched out for each other and loved each other for no matter what their faults or what their differences are, the human species could thrive and could do incredible things. We could colonize planets. I know it sounds crazy. We could travel through space. We could, I mean, just imagine the possibilities. All the money that's spent on wars and battles and religion.
Yeah, we do fight a lot for no reason. As a race, yeah, we do.
But I'm sorry, that probably got away from what you were trying to say. But
well, you know, what I've noticed is, and this has been my opinion for a long time, is that like the Holy Bible, the Quran, the Torah. Now, when these religions were founded, you know, it's not like what we understand as modern day where there was books, everybody had books, right? Only a very select few people had books, which, you know, the books were written in a way, they were written, all of them were written by men of power and men of wealth. What would you expect them to write?
Right.
You know, the dangerous part about religion is that these things contain a lot of stuff that people can identify with. I know there's things in the Holy Bible that you identify with, like what you just talked about. I mean, Jesus preached those kind of things about taking care of one another, taking care of the weak, taking care of the sick,
idea of Jesus, the idea of God are great things.
It's been manipulated.
But they've been
so what they do is they take this thing that speaks to everyone, you know, because there's a common human desire among everybody on the planet. If you could ask any of them, would you want to be free? Would you want to be subservient to some higher power? I mean, how many people are going to say, yeah, I want to be a slave? Right. They're going to say, I want to be the desire for freedom was with all of us. Okay? They also, the desire to, you know, it was like you said before, it was an instinct that we learned to stick together and to be a community so that we could, you know, survive the wilderness, you know, not get eaten by mountain lions in one night, or, you know, there would still be somebody left around. that kind of thing. It's from the, that's the problem, is they take this little bit of truth, this little bit of hook, and they pull people in. And they believe all kinds of stupid shit like a talking snake and all this other shit. For me, I don't understand I don't know if there's any established religion that views it the way I do, but the way I view it is that the sun is God. As close as we can understand it, the sun is God. The sun projects everything onto the face of the earth. It has put the compounds here for everything to be. Everything in existence came from the sun. Yeah. Everything.
But the sun...
But without the Mother Earth,
right,
without the envelope where life can exist, we would not exist. If we didn't have a molten core of iron, which created a huge, magnetic sphere around the Earth, we would be baked by the sun in no time flat. It would be instant death for everything on the planet that ever existed, period. It would be a molten surface. So without so I consider the sun to be the father and the Earth to be the mother. And we don't take very good care of our mother.
Don't. No. We've been hearing
everything that the earth is, you are. Everything that you do to the earth, you will do to yourself.
Fracking like it's a good thing.
If I was president of the United States, I would hand over all environmental concerns to the American Indians. Big business wouldn't like that.
Oh, no.
No more strip mines. No more fracking. Bye-bye dams.
Yeah, dams. Much stuff would go away, wouldn't it? Yeah. We're back riding horses again.
You don't think that's the most proper group of people to give that hand to, that responsibility to take care of our environment? You know they're going to do it.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
And they could be just as bad as us.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that they've been pushed into a corner, and what they've done with casinos and everything else is a means to survive. They got to make it in the world just like we do. And if you ain't got any other way to sell your land or do something to raise money, and that's what it is, they're making money for the tribe.
All
right.
You might get mad when you get scalped, but when you go in there and you hear that hypnotic, that's like a subliminal shit saying, "Spend your money, Jack."
Yeah, they do that on purpose.
This shit's like I remember it was like an arcade, going into an arcade when you were younger. Remember the all the games playing at once, that sound you just don't get anywhere else. But shit, that's what a casino reminds me of. It's like a grown-up arcade. You lose a whole lot of quarters.
Yeah.
Real fast.
They're definitely getting revenge on the white man now.
Stay away from the slot machines. Play cards. You're gonna do it, might as well do it slow.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely slow. Them slots can eat them quarters fast.
You'd be broke before you know it.
Yeah.
But anyway, as far as religion goes, since we got off topic there a little bit, that's what I think, man. I think when you die, you lose, the Earth loses its gravitational pull on you, and you're ejected out into space. You might get trapped by the sun's gravity and pulled inward. You might go out into limbo forever. Who knows? They say you got to go through hell before you get to heaven. That might be what that means. You get sucked into the sun and kick back out again.
Is hell. I think we all do a tour in hell.
What you said about God, why doesn't God help all these cancer patients and all that? I believe that everything that we need, every cure for every disease, every cause of every disease,
but we spend so much money fighting each other.
Has the ability
That's
to take
what I
care
said. Imagine what we could accomplish as a species, as a race.
If you took half the defense budget and put it towards cancer research, how long do you think it takes?
A lot of them cancers are man-made.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you eat Monsanto's food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no long-term studies.
That's a whole new story right there. Different story there, too.
Yeah.
There's a whole segment.
Well, it doesn't matter. They're all free now, thanks to Obama.
They're free.
They don't have anything to worry about. Their food can cause you to have
they can't be sued.
3 nipples and nothing's going to happen.
Do you know that the same people who sell you food at, let's say, I'm just going to say a fast food restaurant, a very big chain of restaurants, all right? This is a multinational fast food restaurant, right? Worldwide. They sell a product they know that gives you, let's say, colon cancer. It's been proven it gives you colon cancer. They go out and they invest money in scopes and colonoscopy surgery and stuff like that, so that they can make money off both sides.
Mm-hmm.
They can make money off giving you the disease and make money off curing it. They got bullshit, and everybody knows. Everybody's familiar with. Remember back in the day, the radar detectors and the laser detectors.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
the same company that makes the laser to sell to the police sells the detectors.
The detector.
So when they make a better gun, they make a better detector.
Well, that's the same thing with drug
right.
tests.
Everybody understands that concept.
The
But
guys
it's the same way.
The guy that makes the drug test also makes the kit that tells you if it's a drug test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pill to beat it. And then he makes the same pill, sells it to the lab. This will tell you if they're trying to cheat. This will tell you if they're
That's
not.
how you find it.
Yeah. The world's basically a big scam.
Dang, that's pretty scary. Yeah.
Well, that was a little bit of a crazy topic, but hopefully you hung in with us and watched to the end.
Yeah,
A few different angles there.
Yeah, we jumped off a little bit, but
That's what happens when three guys are giving their opinions.
yeah.
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.